Alright, today we're at the Steep Rock Iron Mine, Atikokan. This all began back in, I think, 1897. They did a geological survey of the area and found high iron content. Somewhere around 1938, they did some test drillings and found high quality ore. This paved road you see here, that was paved in 1959, quite a time after that already opened. This is where the old gate used to be. And the guardhouse, you can see the old slab in here. Guardhouse used to sit right in here. We're going to head on in and see what we can find here. So this is part of the old access building to the Arrington Mineshaft. Steep Rock was primarily a open pit mine, but they did have a couple of shafts, one that they had to abandon due to water in it. This is sealed up really well. So we're up on, this is the roof of the building. I'm not sure if this was some kind of conveyor system or something that came out of the shaft. This is where the old head frame used to stand over the Arrington Mine #1 shaft, done in 1950. The old entranceway used to be right through there, but it's all cemented in now. I'm not sure how deep this used to go. I think I read somewhere that it was at least 400 feet deep. Probably more. The main ore body in the pit used to be a lake, Steep Rock Lake, and they drained it. I think the lake was 300 feet deep and the sediment was 200 feet deep, and then the ore body was another 200 feet. So it's about 700 feet deep. Almost looks like this is a roof of some kind. Maybe part of the underground portion of it. Well, this looks like an old cap for ventilation shaft for the underground mine. I was just having a closer look at this mound of gravel here. I thought maybe it was a tailing pile or something that they had come out of the mine, but on every corner, if you look up there closely, if you can see, there's looks like the corner of a building sticking out. So I think there's a whole building under that gravel pile, and they've filled it all up like that so that nobody can gain entry to it. So this is the top of that big gravel pile, and it's where that ventilation shaft comes out. So I think this whole gravel pile is a building. If you look along the edge here, looks like a roof edge. So they've buried a whole building here. Okay, so we're coming up to the main office. This is the old building that was used as the office. This is at the back of the office building. It looks like there used to be a lot of machinery back here. Lots of footings and whatnot. There's a big trench that goes down to the lower level of the office. May have been a sampling process shop down in the bottom portion. It's on a slope. They must have had rails going in there, and that heads right back to the head frame. We're around at the front of the building here. The building's well sealed up. You can't even get a view inside. That's an overall view of the front of the building. So this is the Steep Rock Iron Mine pit. This is the open pit. This used to be about 700 feet deep. It's been slowly filling up since they stopped the pumps in 1980, I believe, or 79. So this is part of the foundation of the old pellet plant, built in 1966 to replace the old one. And it runs all the way across here to that far ridge over there. So there's still some pile of the crushed iron ore, I guess, crushed down, ready for the pellet plant to make the little pellets. The little pellets were about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch round, and they shipped that to Port Arthur, which is now Thunder Bay, the old ore dock there. So I'm down in the basement, sort of say, of the old pellet plant. This is the foundation that was up against the rock face. Got a whole bunch of swallow nests up there. Not much to this, just a concrete foundation on rock. Okay, so we're at the very top looking down on the pellet plant. It's, you can see all the foundations better. It was a pretty big plant, and this is, I believe, the base for a water tower from the looks of it. We got big funnel and a valve down there. Don't know if you can see that. And that goes right out that way. Right at the base of the tower here. An old switch. There's the funnel and the valve. And the tower used to sit up there. So I found some examples of the old iron ore pellets. This is what they shipped by rail to Port Arthur and then by ship to the steel mills. That's the form it would come in. Okay, we're overlooking the north end of the Steep Rock Lake, the open pit iron mine. And if you come over here, this is the old railway tunnel. Now they've blocked it off. People have gone in. The Ministry of Natural Resources says keep out. So we're just going to take a little look in here. I don't know if you can see that light. You can see light at the end of the tunnel anyways. That's all there is in there, nothing. It's just a railway tunnel. So this will give you an idea at how deep the lake originally was. This is the old retaining dam for Steep Rock Lake. And there's Steep Rock Lake, the open pit. Now we're about level with that cliff over there. So when they drained Steep Rock Lake, they had to reverse the whole river and lake system. So they made this big cut coming out of Finlayson Lake, and they made a big cut between Raft Lake and Finlayson so they could reverse the flow. And they also built a tunnel, a 1,300-foot tunnel from down here up into the bottom of Finlayson Lake, and then blew the plug hole and drained the lake down before they built this cut. Okay, so this is where the water flows out of the tunnel. It's flowing pretty good. I won't be able to get across like last time. I might be able to go up over top and have a better look. We'll see if I can get across. This is the old control gate for the tunnel. I didn't even realize this was here. You can see the slot over there, and the slot cut down through here, and they'd lower timbers right down and control how much water flowed through here. So this is the Finlayson Tunnel, the exit. You can see it's got the timber still in it from that slot up top I showed you. It's scheduled to be permanently plugged up at some point. There, you can see better now. Water pouring between the timbers. Eventually those timbers are just going to pop out of there. And that goes 1,200 feet underground under Finlayson Lake at the 50-foot mark, and then the hole comes up through the lake bottom. Alright, so this is the old Canadian National Railway trestle. This branch of the tracks run over to the Kelland pit, and this is the end of my tour. Thanks for watching.